Okay, so this is the video interview for day 5 in Boston. So how is the trip going so far?
Great.
We found parking at a parking garage, and it was at the Science Museum. Now, why did we go parking at the Science Museum specifically?
Because the duck tour was there.
Yes, the duck tour was there. And explain to everybody what the duck tour is.
It's a boat that can drive and it can go in the water.
Yes. So, what color was ours?
Red.
Yep. And we got on, and it was really crowded on the bus, right?
Nope, we were only one there.
We were the only family on the bus. That was pretty awesome. So we sat kind of wherever we wanted to, right? And where did we pick? The front or the back, or?
Near the front.
So we drove around for a little while, and we heard some history stuff, which was really interesting to me and Mommy. We saw some churches along the way, some statues. We saw some parks. And after we drove around on land, and we did that for a little while, then we drove into the water. Was that cool, going from land to water? Is there anything that the driver had to do? Do you remember?
Yes, a horn, and it was like pirate music, but then it turned out.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Good memory. So we got in the water, and the water was like almost up to the windows, it seemed like, right? We saw some bridges, we saw some actual ducks, and then he said, what did he say?
Do you want to drive?
You want to drive? Was that a surprise to you?
Yeah.
I remember when he asked you that, you like jumped out of your seat. You like jumped up and you threw your crackers on the ground, and then you went up and you got in the driver's seat.
I didn't know I threw my crackers on the floor.
You did. And you were a really good driver. Are you going to drive a boat when you get older? After you drove the boat, then who got to drive?
Lisa.
And he did pretty good, right? He was actually turning the steering wheel, and
He was like, I'm driving this boat. I'm going to turn this back around.
he kind of had to look on his face like, I know what I'm doing. You can leave me alone. I know how to drive. He seemed pretty confident, right? So we drove around in the water a little bit, drove underneath a couple bridges, then we got back out of the water.
And then we went back to the museum, and guess what? There was a giant T-Rex.
We went in the museum, and we got our tickets. What do we usually get on our hand from somebody? But we found a machine that did it.
Stamp. It was like, and it is right here. You can probably see it's a dinosaur.
The first thing that Mommy found on the schedule was a show. What was the show about?
Ice cold.
It was Cold Science. And was that pretty fun, or was it pretty awesome?
It was pretty awesome.
She had liquid nitrogen, which is very cold. So much so that if you put, what was she playing with a lot?
Balloons.
Balloons. What happened when she took the balloon and put it in liquid nitrogen, and then she hit it? It shattered.
Yeah, it was
Right?
like glass. The balloons were full of air. And then when she put them in the liquid stuff, they like got all sucked up. And then when she put them out, they all got bigger again. At the end, she had that stuff, and she sprayed it around, and it made like a snowstorm. Like it was like ice, and it was like snowed down.
There was a lot to do in that museum, and I'm sure there was a lot that we didn't even see.
A thing that they would have bottles or something, and you try to put your nose in one and like smell, and put down an answer, and then when you're all done, flip things up and see what the answers are. I got chocolate right both times. There was this little ball, and then they put it up high, and they put it near that big thing, and then it'll go.
We saw the dinosaur area. And we saw the area where you can make bridges. We saw the river area. Remember that? That was pretty cool. It showed you different things with the sewers and.
One block, the dirty water and the good water would go into like the pond, like the poop water. And then the other one, the yucky water would go and get cleaned, and the fresh water that was already cleaned would go in the lake, so that's good.
After the science museum, we were hungry.
Really hungry.
We decided to do something that you really wanted to do for a long time. Do you remember what that was?
Go on a subway.
We went on the subway. We went on the green tea train into Boston, and we got off and we walked for a little bit. Do you remember the name of the restaurant?
Durgan Park. And they had corned beef. And I love corned beef. I ate half of it.
What did they do at the end? They came out with something.
Ice cream, because the girl's birthday was the same time as Levi's birthday.
After the restaurant, we went to a pastry.
Mike's Pastry.
What'd you think of that?
I loved it. Levi got a cannoli. Mommy got an almond icing cannoli. And then I got a fudge brownie. Do you get anything? What did you get?
I got a mint.
Mint chocolate cannoli.
They had a ton of cannolis and a ton of desserts there. On our way back to the train, we found a place that Mommy really loved called the Boston Market. And it was a market of a lot of things that were grown here in Boston. At the Boston Market, we sat down, relaxed, and you went walking around and you found some what? Soap. And did you pick one out?
Mm-hmm. I got one for myself.
What kind did you get?
Honey almond.
And what kind did Mommy get?
Lavender.
Yep.
Why'd I get lavender?
Because when Levi was born at our house, we would put lavender cloths on Mommy's neck, and she would always smell that.
So when we left the market, the train was really close, which was nice. And we got on the train and took it back to the Science Museum, and it was closed by then, right? We walked back to the car, got back in the car.
Went to this hotel,
We're back at the hotel.
and now we're gonna go to bed.
Tomorrow at Plymouth Plantation, we're going there for the museum, and we're having Thanksgiving there as a family as well. So it should be a really fun day, and then after that we're gonna head home and see all of our animals. So the people that are going to be watching this video are going to be watching it tomorrow. So is there anything that you think you should say to them?
Happy Thanksgiving! Happy Boston Thanksgiving.